Donald Trump was right. I don't care what y'all say. The most right thing that he ever said. Remember when they was wilding out when he was talking about, oh, we're going to get rid of TikTok, and they started jumping off of the curb then? All them heifers, a bunch of heifers, carrying on because of the alleged getting rid of TikTok. And what did they say? The kids. Child, wasn't no damn kids. Y'all just don't want to listen to nobody.
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Again!
Because Trump bad. Trump bad.
Go, you're being a racist. Racist!
Of politicians, some major actors in Hollywood, some of the biggest names in broadcasting, talking about how they didn't realize so many women were crazy. And perhaps we actually do need to look into removing some of their rights, getting them off social media, or getting them some mental help. It is really that bad. Now, the American Psychological Association defines this phenomenon, the spontaneous outbreak of atypical thoughts, feelings, or actions in a group. Manifestations may include psychogenic illness, collective hallucinations, and bizarre actions. And that is exactly what is happening right now. And I'm going to touch on that and talk about it a little bit more. But it is to the point where women are now asking themselves, are we going to have our rights taken away? Now, these are the sane women. These are the women that understand what is going on. But they're seeing this and they're saying, you know something, we might be losing our rights. This comes from a bird, is the username, at Olive Vegger, I guess. She has 79.
I thought he was calling her a bird. I'm sorry.
100 followers, not followed by a lot of people. It's a smaller account. But she, retweeting one of these manic episodes these women are going through, she says, we're going to have our rights taken away, aren't we? And this got 82,000 likes. A lot of people are saying, yes, you should. Women have gone too far off their rockers. Now, this is regarding Lindsay Clancy. Now, I understand, and I said this last video I did about this topic, it's not about Lindsay Clancy, the woman that ended her 3 kids. It's the fact that millions of women are claiming to be, quote unquote, the same Lindsay as a new social media trend follows along. And people are realizing
this is like he just said, it's a social media trend. They think this shit is cute. They think this makes damn sense. And showing their kids online doing the shit to their kids for likes and views. You can't listen, y'all. If we can sit here and say setting up the camera and crying and editing is crazy, but they know what they're doing, then don't tell me that these bitches putting their kids on is now some psychosis and they just don't know what they're doing. These bitches know what they're doing. Just when they're sitting up here talking about we can't stand men. Remember the bitch from yesterday? Lord forgive me, I'm trying, y'all. Remember that heifer from yesterday? The first thing she said is men. This Lindsay Clancy thing has nothing to do with men, but they're gonna find a way. They're gonna find a way. Feminists. Somebody said Me Too. Bitches just want to find a way to say it's all men's fault and we don't get no help and support. 1 minute is we the best, we got it going on. You can't tell us this is all bitches, okay? Forgive me. This is all heifers, right? Then the next minute it's like, oh my God, everything that we go through, look what we go through having kids. Stop getting these heifers pregnant. Stop it. Let there be no more kids. We just fail as a society. F it. I ain't gonna be here anyway. Let it go. Because if this is the best that these bitches have and you can't tell which is which, they all crazy. It ain't enough people talking about it as far as I'm concerned to combat this shit. I'm gonna keep saying that. It's not enough bitches coming through. F it, y'all. It's a done deal. It's not enough bitches coming through saying, no, we not accepting this. This is crazy. This is bullshit. Ain't no way. Ain't no way. You just need some attention as per usual. You think somebody gives a damn about you? We don't care about you. I don't. Let me say it with my whole chest. Like Funky Dineva says, I don't give a damn about none of y'all. You not fooling nobody. I know bitches, y'all. This shit is for attention. A person that really has issues is somewhere suffering with actual issues. They're not getting on the TikTok or Twitter and saying shit and making videos. I'm telling you, I don't care what nobody says. Argue with your fucking mom.
Amazing.
That's what it is. They need attention so damn bad. For fucking what? These people already married for the most part. You have a family. Your income is secure. You got a whole decent husband. It's not enough. When is enough enough? Now you gotta make yourself be big. And I don't even think it's about the likes, y'all. I think it's about the attention. They gotta hold on to something to be like, oh, look, there's somebody talking about me. There's somebody looking at me. Yeah, because you're crazy. There's nothing wrong with these people. It's just more trend following, not trend, T-R-E-N-D, trend following. Good morning to the Squeegee Kid. Thank you so much, boo. I appreciate you. He said, ironically, it was 7 years ago when I searched how to move past a bipolar woman. The first channel YouTube recommended was Better Bachelor. Second channel was The Godfather. Oh, shout out to both of them and to you, sir. He said, salute Michon in the chat. Thank you so much, hon. I appreciate you. Wow. This is crazy. This is wild times. Be careful. That's all I got. That's all I got. Shout out to Mike Love. Thank you for another 5. He said, the longer you keep them out of the kitchen, the wilder they become. Not an MSG message. Shout out to the MSGs up in here, up in here. Hit the like button, subscribe if you are normal.
We've got hundreds of thousands of women and millions of women liking posts saying, I'm just like her. And I talked about this last time, but some of the videos that are coming out now are genuinely mind-boggling. They're genuinely disturbing to the point where a lot of people, and now you've got conservative women, they're saying to men, you've never had a kid, you wouldn't understand. Now, that's usually the
conservatives are coming out too now? Oh, okay.
lefty talking point of my body, my choice type thing. Conservative women are saying, well, you wouldn't understand. And conservative women are saying, I agree with this woman that, sometimes I want to take my kids out. And it is freaking out everybody. Husbands, men in general, politicians, intellectuals, everybody is getting really uncomfortable about this. We're going to dive down into this, but it is the social contagion that millions of women are basically saying, yes, I am mentally ill too. And for validation on social media, I'm going to say I'm just like this woman. We'll get into it in just a second. First, we need to hear from today's sponsor, which is Rumble Wallet.
Then they need to go and commit them all. What did I say yesterday too, y'all? You can go and make all these videos and talk all the shit that you want to, okay? If you have a job and you then lose it, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, okay? I don't want no beg talks. I don't want to see no GoFundMes. When they start firing y'all's asses, this might end up being doctors, y'all, lawyers, allegedly. I don't know, because y'all, I'm just getting into this shit. Or HR people, because y'all say they all HR-ish. Fine. When they start getting fired, we're going to laugh our asses off. You heard? Doesn't that always happen? Doesn't that always happen? Y'all want to follow trends so bad to your own damn detriment. Get them kids taken away from you. Then what? Then what? Sure.
Online, rocking their children back and forth with cringe music. And I'm gonna keep this muted because you don't.
Yeah, the cringe music where they have that sad ass music from TikTok, and it sounds like the Titanic part when the boat is sinking.
Want to hear it. And all of them are saying, me too. It's literally same, Lindsay. It's mothers holding their children, having psychotic breaks. One after another, after another, after another. They're going into crying spasms. They're going into rages. They're all saying, oh, same. I'm the same as you, Lindsay, as they weep uncontrollably into the camera, trying to garner sympathy because they see how much attention this crazy woman who ended her 3 kids has gotten. And they want in on that action. They
imagine needing attention so bad that you're going to go along with this foolishness, child. Imagine that. Imagine that. I told y'all, there's nothing wrong with them. I mean, like you're psychotic. Nah, y'all, they crazy for sure. But that's just because of the attention that bitches want and need so damn badly.
Want in on this narcissistic drip feed. You've got women that are out here. Now, this particular one, you can say, well, it's only water, and I'm going to keep this muted.
It doesn't matter. You don't do this. That kid, that baby is an infant. Look at this bitch.
I'm going to keep this muted. But this is going to make you exceptionally angry. She's gone on social media. Of course, she's middle-aged, 30-ish, 40-ish, covered in tattoos, and she's splashing cold water. On her kid to get a reaction out of the kid until the kid starts crying and freaking out. And she's just laughing about it. Now, I don't know about you, but as a dude, if I were...
That's not somebody that's got a psychosis. That's just a bitch bitching, okay? Being a bitch and needing attention at the expense of her kid. How long have I been saying that these bitches don't give a fuck about their kids? Y'all think it's just black people. No, these bitches crazy too. I just talk about black people because I'm black. But y'all, let's talk about it. White people, let's talk about it. What the fuck? What the actual fuck?
We're posting myself blowing smoke in the face of a kid or splashing water on them or crying, having a mental breakdown while I'm holding on to my child, I'm pretty sure there would be a call for removal of my kid, a call for some.
I think you said if men were doing this, where would we be? What do you think would be happening if you sassy straights all in was doing this shit? What would happen, y'all think, if you sassy straights all y'all started getting you let me not just say kids, your babies, your infants, and started doing this dumb shit? What do you think would happen? They'd be like, it's okay. And then started doing a GoFundMe for the man that got accused and y'all allegedly following behind. And these bitches want to act like men aren't necessary. No, y'all ain't necessary.
Thing to happen to me. But in the meantime, you've got tens of thousands of women having mental breaks online, crying, sometimes holding their kids, sometimes not holding their kids, posting all their kids online here in these instances, just saying, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, pay attention to me. All of them. Then you've got ones like this. My therapist told me throwing ice into the bathtub is a great way to release anger. 1010 would recommend. And they're just
If she has a therapist telling her to do that, it's a bitch.
slamming ice into bathtubs to release their anger. Not just one, not just two, not just three. Now look, and this is, I'm saying this in all seriousness. If thousands, tens of thousands of men went online showing themselves punching holes in walls and saying, you know what, I agree with this guy that ended his family, I'm just like him, there.
Let me acknowledge y'all locked in loaded for the happy poop. I appreciate you, but I wanted to catch, hold on. Jesse, I think it says Jessica Rabbit. Give the kids to the dads. Moms are failing. You know damn well that's not gonna happen. That would just make too much sense, boo. That would just make too much sense. You notice none of them are saying or doing that? Nah, none of them. Because that's why I know this shit is for attention. That's it. This is how crazy these bitches are. That would be the first thing that you would do. You can't stand them anyway. Here, you do it. It's that bad. You do it. These bitches be married. I've had to do that shit. That's why you need to be married, be together in order to raise a kid. It is not easy, but it's not this. I don't care what anybody says. It's not this. Why wasn't they doing this before? Because that's not what it is. They just want to get on this bandwagon. Desperate ass bitch, lonely bitches needing attention. This is wild. You notice they never, ever say, you do it. You do it. I said, who I named yesterday? Maybe I was on the phone. Kofa, Trin, RBN. They raising their kids. I've never heard them complain. I mean, the regular complaints, but I never heard them complain, have a psychosis, say they was going to do this or do that. Not near one of them. Those are the three that come to my mind first. No, none of them. They raising their kid, their daughters and a son on their own. Nothing like that. They are not on the internet. They not on the internet showing dumb shit. None of that. They just doing what they got to do. Working, taking care of the kid, getting them what they need, back to school shit, fighting in court, all this shit. Don't need to be on the internet to be telling people and making crazy scenes and all that dumb shit. They ain't never going to do that because that's why I know that they're not really having a psychotic break or near none of that. Just like with that Lindsay bitch. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what nobody say. Because like I said, the people that are really having issues, they are not on damn internet. They are not on the damn internet. Shout out to Nightjade. I appreciate you. She said, imagine being a child watching these TikToks. Remember when TikTok was supposed to be for the kids?
It would be a national call to arms, outrage. People would be calling the police, trying to fight, to track down these men, to get them because they might be harmful. But what about these women that are doing this stuff? TikTok trends suggesting throwing ice is a good way to release anger and frustration. This is a child throwing a tantrum. Women don't grow up. They just become bigger children. And this is proof of that. One after another, after another. And this isn't the only one. I mean, there are hundreds of thousands of these being shared online at the moment.
Yeah. So Mike Smith said, and women say if they ran the world, there would be no war. Laugh out loud. They would blow this planet up, guys. And that's the good thing about it. The only good thing, in my opinion. I wasn't voting for no bitch for president anyway. I said that, I meant that. I don't care if they black. I don't care if they white. I don't care if they Italian. I don't give a fuck. I'm never going to vote for a woman to be president of shit. Please know and understand that. So what you're showing, bitches, is how crazy you are. And if you think that you're going to get a woman elected as president after some shit like this, good luck to y'all. Now, you wasn't getting elected anyway, because, child, if Hillary couldn't do it, then none of the rest of y'all going to be able to do it. But good luck to y'all. And then it's a bunch of white women, too.
This woman crying over a toilet as her little kid is completely concerned why mommy got dressed up in a pretty dress, showing some cleavage, showing off her nice legs, and put on makeup and did her hair. Why is mommy putting on this performative show without any real tears? She set up the camera. Look, you've got to understand, this is a woman that got dressed up nicely, did her hair, put on makeup, set up a camera.
Child, don't let me. I'm not going to TikTok to watch this. I can't. I can't do it, right? But if somebody else does, and if you see any man in there saying, hey, girl, and giving the eyes, you need to call his ass out. I'm not going to TikTok for this. I can't do it because I know it's going to be endless. And I'm not interested in seeing no damn kids crying and they dumbass mamas acting dumbasses. But if y'all see it and you see some man in there saying, oh, your cans look good and all that shit, y'all need to call them out. Y'all need to call them out. Because I imagine that's probably happening too.
Got into the position, made sure her child was in the same room with her, and then without shedding a tear, does her little performative thing of, oh, look at me, everybody. I'm just like this. I'm just like this crazy woman that ended her kid. These have all come out in the last 48 hours, every single one of them. Here's a woman spurging out. Some days as a mom, I get pushed past my limits as she beats up a door with a pillow. This is a mass psychosis event. Either three things are happening. Number one, we have a wave of mental illness in young women today. True. I think that is true. Number two, we have a wave of women that genuinely regret having children, regret having a family, wish maybe they deleted their kids. They wish they were still able to go out and party it up and sleep around. Also true. Also true. And number three, you've got a bunch of narcissistic drama queens that want to garner attention on social.
Ding, 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 ding. So I'd say C, B, then A. C, B, then A, backwards. These are not people that have any illness except for they just bitches. They don't. It's attention, and maybe they do regret it. And, you know, probably some men, like I said in the comments, if you see them, y'all really need to, for those that be on TikTok, you really need to call their jackasses out because they don't help.
Media, also true. And this has just gone completely viral.
Shout out to Locked and Loaded. Thank you for the hiding, Jules. I feel like hiding. Shout out to Uncle Rick. He said all they do is project. They want to delete them kids. That's why you had all those women. Yeah, you can delete your kids now up into the 9th month in Massachusetts. This is wonderful. This is great. Stop having kids with these people, child. That's my solution to it.
My postpartum rage got the best of me today, she says, as she set up a camera, dressed herself, did her makeup, put on earrings, flat ironed her hair, and then shows herself throwing ice into the bathtub. Now, how is it all of these women have miraculously come across this idea of dramatically throwing ice into their bathtub while they're in tears and glancing at the camera, making sure that you see the rage and the pain that they're going through? It might look crazy throwing ice in your bathtub, but look at me. It helps everybody.
Let me know the trend when they all start getting fired, though, y'all. Now, it might not be acceptable. It could be a lawsuit, but enough of them are going to go too far that they're going to get fired. I feel like if it's people, like if they happen to be doctors and lawyers and people going to be like, oh, hell no, that's my doctor.
One after another after another. And when this one didn't get enough attention from throwing ice to her bathtub, this one decides to rip her clothing. So she starts a rip with scissors into her clothing, and then she rips apart her own clothing. Fabric tearing can satisfy the need to destruct. How is it all these women, all these either mothers or pretend of mothers or whatever, suddenly have this need to destruct? Because this, I think, is the most alarming thing that many people are seeing, and they're genuinely saying, we have a mental health crisis in women today. You know, I have my good days. I have my bad days. I know you guys do. My mother was very frustrated with me as a kid and my sister. I'm sure my father had frustrations with myself and my sister as their children. We were no...
All right, shout out to the Better Bachelor. That's enough of this, because that's just enough of this, right? All right, so these bitches is crazy. They've been crazy. We already know. This shit here with these heifers online, they just wanting attention. They just wanting attention. So when it does change over, and I anticipate that it will, and they start losing their jobs, I'm here for it. I'm here for it.